Good morning, my name is Benjamin Mohler. I'm a paleontologist and world-renowned lightweight kickboxing champion, known for defeating not one but two ghosts in hand-to-hand combat while imprisoned in Romania. Today, I am joining Menefee Expedition 2023. This is a yearly trip into the Menefee Formation of New Mexico in the kind of Four Corners area of the northwest side of the state. We are here excavating the fossils of 80-million-year-old animals, including several species of dinosaur that are only known from this area. I've arrived in advance of my principal investigator, the PI, Andrew McDonald from the Western Science Center, who is responsible for facilitating and overseeing the expedition. So I've got a small crew of volunteers here, and we are getting things prepared for the arrival of our PI and some other visiting scientists who also conduct research in this area. While we're making those preparations, we're also going to do a quick trip into what's called the Cliff House Sandstone. So the Menefee Formation records a coastal community. 80 million years ago, there was a big Pyrrhic seaway called the Western Interior Seaway that covered a good portion of the lowland areas in central North America. And this ocean obviously expanded and receded over time according to changes in climate. So here in the Menefee, we on occasion will have incursions of this ocean leave behind big thick beds of sandstone. And in those sandstone are fossils of what's called thalassinoides, which I'll show you a little bit closer soon. Trace fossils of invertebrates that would have lived in this beach environment. It's also possible to find shark teeth, mosasaur teeth, fossils of other big marine reptiles, big fish, ammonites, other kinds of invertebrates. So that's what we're focusing on today. This is an example of thalassinoides. There's actually two different burrows here. This pebbly texture on this side, and then slightly overlaying it, so occurring at a different time, we have this burrow that sits on top. This pebbly texture is caused by small pellets that the animal, which is usually attributed to shrimp, but could be any variety of like crab, kinds of small invertebrates. Anyway, these form these pellets as part of their feeding process. They may also be formed as, fecal pellets as a waste product. And networks of these strangely textured tubes can be found all over in the Cliff House Sandstone. So we're going to go look for more of this and see what else we can find. Wildlife.
Oh.
Hey, buddy.
Sir, can I touch your big jowls?
Let's look.
He's got nuts still.
He's got nuts.
You have big nuts, sir.
Good for you.
You kind of do.
Oh yeah, roll around.
Yeah. We've arrived at some geology. So this stuff is humate. This is extremely low-grade coal full of organic matter. And these beds are dispersed throughout the Menefee Formation, which is what we're looking at right here. But up at the top, in those cliffs up there, is formed by the Cliff House Sandstone, which is that marine transgression. So we're going to leave the terrestrial coal beds to go explore the beachfront. Here's an in situ thalassinoides. You can see a kind of pebbly texture on the outside, but this one is stuck in a larger block of sandstone. And in addition, there's more pieces that have flaked off. You can see it in cross section. Like stupid camera focus. There we go. So these are animals that would have lived in that kind of transitionary zone where the Western Interior is pushing its way onto land, and these are animals that live in kind of the beachfront area, and they leave these burrows behind when the ocean recedes again. Here we've got lots of different burrows. If you just take a second to look at each of these individual rocks, it's all over the place. And you get these concretions too, this kind of circular rock that's very common. Now, if you go on fossil forums on the internet, you find people asking if stuff like this is dinosaur eggs or dinosaur brains all the time, and it literally never is. There's more, that infill. Lizard chilling. Look at that dude. Right over there. burrow's got a branching channel there. It's kind of fun to look at it from the side. You can see these two chambers. So something that these trace fossils tell us is that the environment was relatively stable in order for these animals to build these networks. So in that way, fossils tell us about climate and weather patterns and things like that. So even though they might not be dinosaur fossils, they're still important for our understanding of this area. What do you got in here?
So it looks like another like double branching burrow right here. It's like in the rock, not like jutting out of it.
In situ.
In situ.
Wonder how far down that goes.
No idea.
So we've gotten to more intact cliffs. We're gonna explore these to see if we can find more in situ stuff. Good job. So come across some of the bigger ones. The inside texture isn't gonna show up as good, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it a little bit, but we've got big chambers going in pretty much every direction. They continue on down this way. This is a big chamber. This is one that goes down here. And they give you these interesting little chunks that look like that. You can, Harvey can. Corn-shaped fossil. Fossil-shaped corn.